Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game featuring Penny Black. My name is Christine, and in this video I'll give you an overview of how the game is played and then share a few things I may like or dislike about the game to help you decide if you want to add Penny Black to your collection. This is the game Penny Black, and in this game we're setting up a stamp collection. So we have our stamp book, and how this game plays is you get a collector card, a black and a white one, and this is your goals for these two cards are for this side of your stamp book, and these two cards are for this side. There's a variety of different ones. This one is only square stamps on the page, and if that happens, you score 8 points. This one is each edge with at least 4 color stamps touching it scores. So for that one, so this one means you can only have square stamps, and this one means that along the edge, it has to be at least 4 different colors. And I'll talk a bit more about the stamps in a moment. On this side, we have each set with all 3 regular stamp shapes. So a square, a tall, and a wide. And on this side, every set of purple scores 3 points. Every set of 2. So here are the sizes. We have a square, a wide, and a tall. We have 5 colors: green, purple, orange, pink, and red. And then we have the Penny Black stamp. And this stamp just scores on its own. And whatever stamp's touching it, whichever has the most of the exact same color, each of those will score 2 points. And that is how the game is scored. And so everybody is playing a different game with different goals to score your stamp book. So that's what makes this game really interesting. So it plays over 10 rounds, and on your round, you are just collecting some stamps. So say we go first. We want to get these stamps. Because we have this thing here, we only want square stamps on this page. To place your first stamp, you need to place it that it covers an entire square. So I could place it here, or I could place it here. Now, because I have this goal where I want 4 different colors along a page, I may place it there. So then this pink one, I might place here because it will cover a star. And that will give us an option to a bonus later, which I will talk about. Now I have this stamp. And this stamp is not a square, so I do not want to put it on this side. So you can actually put it on the other side. But again, you have to just follow the rules of covering a square. So I could put it here, or I could put it down here. I'll just put it in the corner for now. And then your opponent might take a set. So they say they took this set, we'll take them out. So when we move to the next round, whatever is left, we're going to divide like this. Then we go into our mailbag, and you try not to feel for the stamps too much. You just want to put your hand in and grab a couple stamps. And now I'm just going to add in the Penny Black stamp here. So if that gets pulled, then that is by itself, and this will get put back into the mailbag. So now you have the option of taking this Penny Black stamp. And so it would only be that one. So say we add it in, I might add it here. Because it's early in the game, I don't have a lot of the same color going on. But if I put it there, I might consider I want to get some of the same color around that stamp. So I may just put it there. And then again, my opponent might take their stamps, put it on theirs, and we're moving to the next round. We separate those and we pull out some new tiles. Now when I'm placing the tiles, I do like to place them, the wide ones like across and the tall ones up, and that just helps visually see what it is that is on available. So maybe it is our turn to go first again. And so you're looking, and so do I want to work on getting a set because I have a set of stamps, or do I want to continue with my color? So I may take this one because I get a couple things. I'm going to put this around that stamp. So I'll be scoring points for my penny black stamp. There's squares, and I'm adding a color to each of the sides. And then I can add this one here because it's a purple stamp, and that will help with my purple. And this is basically how the game plays. There's 10 rounds. In the end, your stamp book is quite filled, and you're just trying to work your own game to see if you can fulfill these to earn the most points. Now I'm just going to mention a bit about the star bonuses. You can use 1 star to swap stamps. So swap 2 stamps between the market sheets. So say you wanted to get 3 squares, I could spend 1 of my stars and I could move this here, this there, and now I can take this to get 3 squares. You can use 1 star to unstick a stamp. So maybe I've put a purple stamp on this side and later on I want to move it here. I can spend a star to move it to the other page. You can use 2 stars to draw a stamp. So you would just randomly pull one from the mail bag and add it, or 3 stars to buy a penny black stamp. So you would just search the mail bag for the stamp. In a 2-player game, there's 6 penny black stamps in the mail bag, and then it goes up depending how many players are playing. So I just want to share an unofficial solo mode. This game doesn't come with a solo mode, but because you are playing and scoring your own objectives, you could play this solo. It all comes down to these pieces and which pieces your opponent would be taking. And so I thought if you had a die, just a regular 6 die, and you could just number, this could be like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. And whenever the other opponent would be going first, you could roll your die. It'd be a 2, and then so you could be like, okay, these will be removed. And you'll be like, oh, I really wanted those. But, you know, that's part of the game. So that's a way you could sort of help choose which pieces would go away, and then you have the choice of the other ones. And if it's on a round where you would go first, then you would just pick first, roll to remove some tiles off. And so that is one way you could play this game solo. So now I'm going to talk about a few things we enjoy about the game. And the first is the components. This is actually your stamp album. It says Penny Black on the side. And so it's really nice how they've made the game boards, and then you open it and you have your collection of stamps. So I really love that. I really love the fact that they made these acrylic. It just makes it for a better tactile experience. And I really enjoy all the art on the stamps. I think it's really great, especially all these little transportation stamps are cute. The little birds. And so I think they did a really great job with how the game looks. And even the little counter is an actual like rubber stamp that you could use. So being a crafter, I really appreciate that. The other thing we enjoy is that there is, even though it's a simple game, there is a light strategy. And so by everybody having their own scoring cards gives you something you're really focused on. And the fact that this side scores differently than this side. And so everybody is searching for different stamps that they need to fulfill their own scoring objectives. And so I just think that really adds some interesting strategy to the game and makes the gameplay a little bit more challenging and fun. The only thing that we sort of disliked about the game is sometimes if you're combining different stamps, you end up with these little gaps that you can't fill in because you don't have something there. So we were thinking maybe if there was like some bonus thing that you could get, that if you fulfilled the challenge, you'd be able to get little pieces that might fill in some of these little spaces. Would have been a nice addition, but that's a really small thing. Because as I said, overall, we really enjoyed this game. We always appreciate stamps. We're not stamp collectors, but we do enjoy seeing interesting stamps when they come available. And so we like the challenge and all that. So this is a fun little game. So let me know if you have played Penny Black and what you think of this game.